Okay, hey, it's been a little while since I actually played this. How y'all doing? I kinda had Phantom Brigade and Risk of Rain 2, like, eat my whole life for a little bit. So hi. Yeah, we're gonna go... I realize I need to overclock stuff more, so we need to, there's some stuff we need to go do. Oh, I need to go... we need mycelia. We need a gas mask. Gas mask will let us get more stuff. So, we're gonna go back to the old base. We're gonna go grab the chainsaw and some fuel for it, because I know I have a ton of that. And we are gonna go get some mushrooms so I can make... So I can go make more, So I can make... what do we need for... Is it fabric and rubber? I think it's fabric and rubber we need. So we're gonna go do that, because we need that very, very badly. Because we need to be able to go into places and through areas that have the gas so we can get more slugs. Yeah, that's the name. Power slugs. I'm literally can only think about everything in Phantom Brigade. Hey, did you know Phantom Brigade's really fucking good? That game's... Wow. I knew, like, from one, because it's brace yourself, and so far, their other 3 games are great, so why wouldn't this one? But also, like, just from the premise, like, seeing what that game was about, and seeing how that, the concept of the way that game plays is like, oh, okay, yes, I will play the hell out of this, and hey, guess what? I've played the hell out of it so far. Game's really fucking good. Why is this just sitting here? Taking 20 beacons. Thank you for the mushroom. I appreciate it. Oh, you know what? There you go, bud. That's yours. I'll trade you 2 health for 1. I know we're gonna need rubber. Rubber's down below. But we need cloth, which is mycelia and... biomass? Am I correct in that assumption? Or fabric, whatever. Yes, biomass and mycelia. Which we have... Which I swear I had. I have a ton of mycelia. We have this. I'm gonna take these 2. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's just stock up on fuel as well. We don't have any biomass right now, so we gonna need biomass. Where's my chainsaw skin your ass raw? I miss it over here? I did. Okay. So... we don't need this for now. So, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. These trees are nice and all, but they gotta go. I need the stuff from them. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna get a bunch of biomass, and then we'll be back, and we'll go make a bunch of cloth. Or fabric, or whatever. And then we will use that to make a ton of gas mask stuff. And then we'll go explore more. Oh, we got spiders. And we've got poison. That thing going off means that there's more spiders. Oh yeah, 2 of them. Cool. I mean, it's a fucking Mercer sphere, so it's kind of worthless, but at least worthless until the story's in. But we at least got it, so now we don't have to hear that thing as we go by. Let's go. Is there anything up there? You know, let's go up there. I don't know if there's anything on top of that rock there. Oh no, it's a Mercer sphere. I can see it. Okay, we don't care about that right now. I have my gas mask, and I have 74 things. The filters, so we're fine. So we have some exploring to do. And there's one right up there. Yeah, we need to get a lot of stuff. Boo. That was almost very bad, but it wasn't. It's okay, it's okay. Yeah. We need to get a lot of stuff overclocked, which means we need to get a lot of these. We need more power slugs, so I know we recently did an exploring getting power slugs episode, but hey, guess what we need again? We need to be able to do stuff, and that requires power slugs. Oh, you know what? Fuck the gun. I'm gonna put these in just because I don't know. Well, there's a thing right there. Never mind. I was gonna say, I think I want to start unlocking these again because we need to get specific stuff. Oh, shoot. Okay, 30 megawatts. That's actually pretty easy. Ooh, heatsink. Those are pretty good for early on getting a bunch of tickets. And I love how my finger is literally on the W key and I still hit the E instead. God. Okay. We found that at least. We can run a power cable out there. I'm pretty sure there's something nearby that we can put it with. Let's take this. Anything back here? I don't see anything. It's just like a line of poison. There is that. Oh, over there. Cool. Let's go grab that one. How y'all been? Sorry about the weird erratic schedule lately. I've been trying to catch up and get stuff recorded again while also dealing with a bunch of technical issues again. I really need to eventually get a new graphics card. My 2060 is fine. Like, in terms of performance in games, like, I've got a 1440p monitor. This thing still, you know, if I'm recording, maybe 45 to 50 FPS, but if I'm just playing a game, I'm playing this game on max settings at 1440p with at a rock solid 60 FPS. That's fine. It's when you go above that it gets a little bit, or when you are trying to do other stuff that it gets a little bit. Hi. I've never been in this cave before. I didn't know there was a cave here. But yeah, I'm finding it's just not holding up what I need it to do in some other stuff. Like, I've been trying to get more into doing motion graphics. You might see that coming up on the channel eventually. Some stuff happening, more things popping up on videos, stuff like that. And this poor thing runs out of VRAM in After Effects constantly. In heavier edits that I do for, well, mostly for jazz, but, you know, these videos even. Why do I hear the spiders? I don't like that. But oh, really? That's it? But I'm running out of VRAM in Premiere as well, all the time. I tried DaVinci, I run out of VRAM in DaVinci as well. And DaVinci doesn't work as well for my workflow than Premiere does, because I do stuff with After Effects and I do stuff with Photoshop and everything else, so it works. But the other issue that I'm really having lately is just sometimes this thing just stutters. Like, and it's not because I'm playing a game that it can't handle. Like, Sam and I were recording a game for an LP that we're starting soon that was, let's just say it's an old game now, like just about a decade. And within 20 minutes of hitting record, the game locked up multiple times, had like horrific stuttering and stuff. As soon as I stopped recording, fine. No problem at all with performance. So it's something to do with when it tries encoding, it's really just not handling it well. Which, hey, guess what I do most of my time? I'm encoding video in some way. So getting a new video card is kind of my next priority. Why are you up there? It's kind of my next priority for what I need to do with this computer. The CPU is fine. That will last me for a while. I am going to upgrade it because I can pass this down and stuff. Like, outside of the stuff like, when my, my lovely 580 broke, and I got my old 1660, like, I don't buy parts unless I know I can then pass them down to somebody. And if I got a new graphics card, I could give it to Peach for their computer that we're building them, and just so on, you know? Like, I can always pass it down, and that's the thing that matters to me. I don't want to create e-waste by just needlessly buying parts just to upgrade because, ooh, shiny. I want to get things that either I know I can pass down what the stuff I'm replacing, or I can do, like, you know, my system started off as a Ryzen 5 1600 with 16 gig of RAM and a 570. Well, I wanted to also make sure Sam had a decent computer, because the laptop he was using was a joke. And so I was like, okay, well, the 2600's out, so I'll buy a 2600. It's a direct upgrade, I'm going to buy a new motherboard because I want to have one that's a little bit newer with some stuff. I wanted one with an M.2 slot and everything on it. And so I basically passed down all but my storage to Sam. My storage and my case stayed with me. But then when I realized, like, okay, so the 2600 is fine for kind of what we're doing right now, but expanding it out to doing higher bitrate encoding and stuff and everything else that I've been doing lately. Like I have more than doubled the bitrate that I record these videos. Does it matter for, you know, a YouTube channel with 700 and last I looked 40 subscribers? No. Does it matter for a fucking video game? Oh god, that hurt. Does it matter for a channel that does just video game stuff? No, it doesn't. But it's something that I want to do. Like, I can't bring the jokes. I'm not a funny person. I am okay admitting that. I'm not a person who is, you know, super insightful into the way games are made or anything like that. But I can bring quality that not everyone else can. Like, I do my best outside of my coughing lately, but that's just finding and cutting every cough that I make would take me double the time it already does to get videos up. Although I just programmed a cough button into my Elgato, so hey, we'll try that. But I want to bring quality, at least. I can bring other people who are better than me at the talking and the funny and all that stuff. I can bring the quality to whatever I'm doing. Like, I will obsessively make sure that, hey, my video has a steady frame rate, it has this, it has that, and has a level of, you know, visual and audible quality that hits a certain bar for me. And I'll always make sure of that, and that's why I put more and more into this. And because this is my business, like, this is the job that I do, and I am going to invest in that in the hopes that, hey, it's been 6 years already, but maybe at some point it'll, like, there'll be a return on that investment, you know? And so I've been looking at getting a new graphics card so that I can have a higher quality, like, higher quality recording and everything, and higher quality everything, and not have to deal with the random stutters that I've had to deal with lately with the 2060 for some weird reason. I don't know why it's doing it. I can't figure it out. I've tried different driver versions and all this other stuff, and just keep having the same issues. So I don't know. We're looking at that eventually when we can actually afford doing that, but that's not going to be a while unless, yeah, hey, Patreon, coffee, all that. Hell, direct donations through Twitch. Well, Streamlabs, not Twitch. But whatever. There's links. But that, and, like, eventually I do want to get a new processor because, hey, if I bump it up to a 12 core from the 8 core I'm on, this processor is plenty enough for me right now, but if I bump it up, that means I can do some other weird stuff, like maybe encoding a couple streams at once, one via the GPU, one via the CPU. And that really hurt. That would allow me to do some other weird stuff, like during streams, have it so that I am recording via the CPU, so I get a much higher quality, like, actual local recording of it, and even in a separate program so that I could stream doing the recording sessions, and not just have to cut up stream VODs. Possible. That requires me to get a much stronger processor, though, than I have. Because I can do a, like, the stream is, oh no. The stream is via the GPU's encoder, and the CPU is encoding the raw stream file, and I do it in a second, instance of oh no. Oh. I do it in a second instance of OBS, so that one is recording everything at a higher resolution and without the stream overlay or anything. So it's just a raw, normal, like I would be recording right here. I'm recording at 1440p, or maybe I switch it to 1080 for performance reasons. I don't remember. But I think I had to switch it to 1080 just for performance reasons, which is the other reason why I need a new GPU. Not like recording performance or anything, editing performance. It's been hell. That's the whole thing that sparked this. I'll get to that in a second. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I haven't recorded in a little bit. I don't know if you could tell. But I could do more stuff the more hardware I get. And the only, like, if I was just playing video games, I'm perfectly content with this computer. This computer is overkill for a lot of the stuff I do. I've got 32 gig of RAM. I've got like an 8-core, 16-thread processor. It's a 3700X. Like, I'm way overkill for the kinds of games I play, at the resolutions I play, and the quality settings I play at. I'm not the kind of person who really cares that much about, like, oh, this game looks like shit, so it sucks. It's like, if the game is traded on its looks and it looks like shit, yeah, I'm gonna be like, no, that sucks. But hey, fucking Phantom Brigade isn't the most gorgeous high-res game in the world, but it's still, as of right now, my number 2 or 3 this year. And I've only played it for about 4 days. Like, I like style over, like, hardcore extra realism. Like, I would prefer Bungie had done Destiny 2 in a much flatter, less detailed style. Something that actually looked, like, genuinely, something that kind of looks like the comics, and, like, people draw art for, like, fan art and stuff for Destiny, and they always give it, like, harsh black shading, and they make it look real dope. And it's like, oh, if they had done that, one, this game wouldn't be 108 gig, and they wouldn't have to be removing content to save on size. And two, it would look way better for longer, because stylized games are always going to look better in the future than ones that try to be hyper-realistic. Like, that's just how it's going to be. And so, like, I play games that aren't, a lot of the time, the games I play a lot aren't the most intensive things in the world, and that's fine. So, this computer's already overkill, except I do stuff that is incredibly intensive. This thing I use more as a workstation than a gaming rig, where if I am not recording video, which is encoding a video, I am rendering video, which is encoding video. I am screwing around with motion graphics and After Effects and learning that. I am, watching stuff while I'm doing that, which is intensive, because watching a 1080p video on one monitor while trying to mess around with a 1440p After Effects file, that, like, it's really intensive work for this computer. And it's not quite up to snuff for it. Like, it handles Blender like a dream. But 6 gig of VRAM, not really doing me any favors here. But yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at, where I want to make this as good as I can for y'all. And it takes money to do that I don't have, because this does not pay well. But my brain's busted, so this is my job, because I can't do anything else anymore, because I don't leave my house. And also I'm physically disabled now too, which I need to remember that is also a thing that is preventing me from doing most jobs. I don't know if I talked about it on a video, but I recently applied for a work from home position, and like went through the application process, got to the point to where I needed to start the, like, you know, the well, for Americans, you know, the hey, are you gonna get hired by us? Take this hour-long fucking test and see thing. And like not even 5 minutes into it, had a pretty significant panic attack, and then a not as significant but still not great mental breakdown for about 3 or 4 days, which is why videos kind of disappeared outside of the old Legend Dragoon VODs. Yeah, that's actually no, I think that's what triggered me setting up the Legend of Dragoon VODs as a thing, because I missed a couple uploads because I wasn't in a mental state to record or anything. Yeah, I am not well. And the more I just let myself accept that, the easier it gets to then try to find some way to at least do something around that. And that's this. This is the job that I can do. Is it the job that pays me the most? Fuck no. Is it the job that will ever pay me enough to survive on alone? No. I in no way think that that's going to happen, just because everything works against you. Everything does. Like, everything from an algorithm to, you know, constantly needing to purchase the games that are popular versus constantly, like, everything you have to do to keep up with the trends. And like, now it's, oh well, I'm gonna have to fucking, you know, commission somebody to make me a VTuber avatar, because that's the thing, and it's mostly for streaming, because nobody watches Let's Plays anymore. Everybody just wants live streams. And I personally prefer doing this. I prefer having an edited thing where I have way more control over what the final product is than I do with a live stream. I mean, I'm going to stream. I mean, hell, by the time this goes up, I would have already started streaming Shadowlands with Jazz, but it's not where the brunt of my enjoyment comes from. That is still this. That is still sitting down in front of a microphone in a nice quiet room and talking, and then taking those video files and editing them and making them into something that I want to put out. Because y'all will not believe how many videos do not make it out. I've recorded like 5 or 6 indie bins in the last week, looked at them and went, I don't like these, and just completely got rid of them. And I will eventually go back and record those videos again so that we have those games shown off, because that's a lot of what the purpose of this channel is it's primarily, yes, this is a business, and I work this business with my friends, and I need to have it make enough money so that my friends and I can get paid for the work that we do, because I work a lot. I work really hard for this. I do. You don't see it often, because, like, whatever, but I spend... Oh, it's the Ultra Spider Cave. I spend a very large portion of my time not just recording, in which, yeah, I know, it's playing video games, fucking whatever, big hard work, but I spend a lot less time playing the game than I do actually editing and, like, oh shit, my sound was off here. I need to work on that. Like, so last Christmas, I was given a new motherboard for a Christmas present. And that's the motherboard that I'm currently using. It's a X570 board. It's great. I love it. And I can toss a new 5000 series processor into it, and it will work just fine. It's great. The issue I had was when I upgraded to that, it was not the same company that made the same audio processing that was on my previous motherboard. They were both Asus motherboards, but one of them had... This one has Realtek, and the other had a different audio in it. I don't remember who the other audio was. That it starts with A or something? I don't remember. I would have to go dig that. No, that motherboard is in Fallon's computer. But just like the way that it processed audio was different, and it threw me off in my editing because I was like, this doesn't sound right. My voice doesn't sound right. The game audio sounds a little bit more flat. And I had to go, like, I spent a month tuning EQ settings in Voicemeeter and, like, on and off doing tests for days. Like, I would spend probably 7 or 8 hours a week, like, okay, I'm going to go open up this game. I'm going to record for 5 minutes. I'm going to just talk into the microphone the whole time. And then I'm going to sit in Premiere and look at what the waveform looks like, compare it to previous audio that I had recorded that I liked the sound of, and, like, work out, okay, what is going on here? Why does this sound different? What about it sounds different? Like, this is flatter than I like it. This is doing this, and I want it to do this instead, and like messing with EQ settings until I finally had something dialed in I liked. And it's the same thing, like, we got new microphones recently because we wanted to pass our Yetis to Peach and Fallon because they had snowballs, and we were just like, oh, well, these microphones are on sale. They are cheaper than the ones that we previously purchased, so let's get these, and we will pass our Yetis down to Peach and Fallon. And we can find a use for those snowballs at some point. I'm sure I know some people who could use them. And so we did that, and it then took me, I want to say I spent 7 or 8 hours in one day. Not continuous, but across, you know, probably across that 7 or 8 hours, it was probably 5 of me doing what I was just describing, where I was checking EQ settings and going, okay, I don't like how this sounds. Okay, I do like how this sounds. Okay, this doesn't sound right. Like, the mids sound a little off. And I'm still not 100% happy with it. I will probably make a day of it when I'm finally back to my old buffer of, like, 3 weeks out on videos. But at the very least, I don't hate the sound in the audio. I mean, I hate my voice, but that's a completely different thing. I don't hate the audio that is being created with the programs I am using. Let's just say that. And I will spend not insignificant amounts of time doing that. And it's that kind of stuff is what I mean when I say I work really fucking hard at this. Ow! Asshole! I just wanted to see what was behind the rock, you dicks. It's a yellow slug. I need that, so you're gonna come over here and I'm gonna kill you. What? Oh, you got behind me. Yeah, come here. Shit. Anyway. But that's what I mean about when I say I work hard, is I will spend I am Jazz's editor now. Her non-stream stuff, and I mean, hell, I'm her tech support for her stream. But like, I've spent weeks with Jazz on getting her audio up to snuff and her video settings up to snuff and stuff, like getting them up to a point to where we're both happy with them. And that's something that, like, you know, that is work. Doing tech support and being like, okay, like, I can't count the hours that total over the last couple months that I've put into helping her get, like, her computer built, like, make sure she has the correct parts and everything else. Like, I've put a lot of hours into that. That's free, though. That's, I'm helping somebody else, another creator out. But, like, with her videos, which she does pay me to edit, I did 3 episodes of an LP she recorded recently, and those 3 episodes took me maybe 12 to 14 hours total, because there was still audio issues. We finally got all of that figured out, I think. And I had to go between every single thing that she said, cut out every bit of background noise there was. Which took a very long time because you don't get it on the first pass. And when they are hour-long episodes, you know, that's 2 watches through minimum each. So that is already 6 hours. Plus, okay, well, I've also got to do this because this sounds like, yeah, the audio's a little bit fucked up here, so let's go and, like, then do a final pass watching the entire episode through again. And, like, you're looking at, you know, each episode taking 3.5, 4 hours to do. And do I do that with these? No. Because, one, I produce way more than Jazz does, and that's not a dig at her. She has a completely different thing going on with her stuff. I'm glad she's just making things. But the way I make stuff, I produce a lot more than she does. And also, I'm a lot happier with my settings. I'm a lot happier with how my audio sounds generally. Yes, I miss some coughs. I try to cut out as many as I can. I will always miss some because there are just so many, and frankly, I can't stand the sound of my own voice, so listening through my own episodes over and over and over again to make sure I find them all is just not something I can mentally and emotionally do. If I could pay an editor, I would. But at the same time, I don't think I would, because I don't think my brain would be happy with anything somebody else did. Not to, like, again, not to sit and knock on somebody else's ability. They could be a much better editor than me. And it's still not the way that I would do my audio or what I would do with this point, and it would bother me. Because this channel is shared by me, Sam, Peach, and Fallon. Like, this is a co-op. Like, no, we are not a registered business because I don't have the money to do that, but Party Up is a co-op. Patreon comes, I split it. I pay what we have to, and then I split the remainder with Peach and Fallon and me and Sam. Half goes to them, half goes to me, of whatever is left after we pay the bills for the site and everything. Like Coffee Gold, which we are probably dropping because Coffee's back end drives me fucking insane. But stuff like our site payment and IFTTT integration stuff, because that costs money now. Thanks, IFTTT. All that stuff. Like, after all that's paid, I then send them half of whatever is left over, and we do that now every month, and that's just how it's going to go going forward. Because this is a co-op. Like, I am not the one in control of this. Like, everyone has a say. Like, if they wanted to just post fucking vlogs every day, they could. And I'm not going to stop them. That's the content they want to make. That's the content they want to make. That's fine. And I'm not going to tell them they have to post at any point. That's why, you know, the Sims thing stopped. They, while they were having fun, got really frustrated because they kept having problems while recording, like audio or video problems while recording, or crashes, stuff like that. And, you know, that's 100% fucking valid. I am not going to ever be like, no, fucking you need to be out on a schedule. I don't care. I'm keeping myself to that schedule. No one else. It's why Sam is not on every video, or even all the videos of shared LPs for us. I'm never going to make them do anything. I'm not their boss. We all have an equal share in this. But this is also my baby. This channel, I have run this channel for 6 years. Over now. Like, I was 25 when I started this channel up. I am almost 32. And a lot of my life has been on this. Like, there are 2 major breakups in my life that took place during this channel. Like, there's content on here from a different era of my life even. Like, I had just come out when I started this channel. And so while I am not the one who owns this, it's not my channel, it's my baby. And I have to make sure that I do everything I can to make this thing work. And hey, if you're still listening to this after me talking about this for the last, 20-something minutes, thanks. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being on this video. Thank you for being on this channel on a sea of how many other channels and how many other videos at what point in time you are, you know? Like, thank you for being here. The purpose of this channel has always been, I want to at least make something that is safe and viewable for people like me. Oh, I already grabbed that. And that's not always, like, I don't always do it right. I know I've missed doing content warnings on certain things and stuff like that, but I do my best. And if it can at least make a couple people happy, or, you know, keep a couple people entertained through some bullshit that they're going through or something. There's a purple over there. There's a green over there. That's good enough. Do I wish I could make money off this fucking thing? Christ, if the Patreon could hit $600 a month total, so it would be split between the two of us, between the 4 of us. Well, let's just say the 2 of us, because Peach Fall is one unit, and I and Sam are 1 unit. Sam and I, whatever. We'll just say that because it's easier. But if we could, if it was split roughly 300 apiece, it would genuinely fucking change my life in a way that, like, I can't quite express. Because that would be enough for me to be able to contribute, like, a reasonable amount of money to everyday living costs while also saving up month to month for computer parts and for, you know, buying fucking art from people. Like, one of the dreams I've always had has been being able to, for every new LP, hire one of my friends to do the art for it, to do a thumbnail and stuff, to do like a custom icon for the corner or something, and maybe like some like in game, like, hey, I'm adding something in post like I do sometimes. Like I did most recently I could think of I think I actually did it in this series, but like I sometimes just add text being like, hey, with the Risk of Rain 2 Stadia video, it was just like, yeah, so I counted the frames from later on, from when I was mashing the button next to the microphone and counted the frames down. Yeah, this is actually sitting at like 200 milliseconds latency. And it's like 13 frames latency. It's ridiculous. Stadia is the fucking worst. Please don't buy Stadia. I only have it because I got a 3-month thing for free because I pay for YouTube Premium. Please don't buy Stadia. But stuff like that, just like, but I'm learning motion graphics so I can make that not just be text that comes in and disappears, and I like having like a little one of my head that is within theme of the LP would be nice. And I would love to be able to afford to, you know, drop $100 on a friend of mine and be like, hey, I like your art. I'm going to pay you. Come do this thing for me really quick. And like doing that is something that I really want. I want to just, I don't want to fucking have a mansion. I don't want to have, I just want an apartment right now. That's all. And I eventually maybe want to buy a house so we can like expand our family. And no, not having kids. I mean, like a house big enough to where we can move some people in with us and where we can take in people if we need to and stuff. Like, I don't want a mansion. I don't even want a car. I don't want multiple cars. I don't want a single car. I'm fucking good without leaving my house, and if I have to, public transit is just fucking fine. But I do want to live. I'm not going to try to say that, like, I don't want to make any money for myself. Like, no, obviously, I want to buy computer parts so I can upgrade my computer so it runs better and I have a nicer time working. But even then, it's like, this thing runs fine enough. It's fine. Like, I'm fine with this. This, in terms of, like, just everyday use that is not work use, this thing's fine. But I want to make it better for work. I want to make it better so I can make better videos for y'all. I want to do more. And that requires money. So I guess this has turned into me just saying, like, hey, if you want to help us genuinely grow the channel, Patreon, and even $1, like, if we had $1 for every subscriber to this channel, my life would genuinely be different. Like, in a way that I cannot describe to you. If we had $1 for every person who subscribed to this channel, my life would be different in measurable and immeasurable ways that I cannot fully describe because I cannot quite fathom them. Because yeah, it's less than I would be making, you know, doing part-time or full-time or even part-time job somewhere else. Like, yeah, I'd be making less than $700 a month, or I guess in my case it would be $350. But that extra income after my disabled ass has been out of work for a year and about 6 months is genuinely life-changing. So, yeah, that's about that. I did not mean to get this heavy on this one, especially on my first recording back. I guess I've just been thinking about this stuff a lot lately, and these solo CNC seasons are basically just bringing back the old podcast. Kind of always have been. But, yeah, Oh, hi. I would really rather you fucking didn't, though. Okay, it takes 3. That's not close enough. Okay, one of them has to be a direct hit for it to work, I guess. Okay, yeah. We have gotten a lot of slugs. We have 11 power slug, or yellow power slug. Wait, what are we at? We're at 15, 11, and 3. So this is 15 alone. This is 22. So we're at 37. We're at 52. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get 4 more. Like, just, in general, 4 more power shards. Let's see if we can do that. Because if we can, that would be a lot of things that I could go and do. Well, here's 2. Do we have any concrete? I don't think so. No. So we're gonna have to stand on its head while we pick it up. Hell yeah. Okay, so we need 2 more. So we need either another yellow or 2 greens. Or a purple. Okay, spiders. Hi. Bye. Fuck off. Oh, there's another yellow. They go up above me or something? Oh no, they're below me. Okay. Whatever, we're leaving. It doesn't matter. We're heading back because we got what we needed. We have 56 now. Which is a lot of power slugs. I'm very happy with this haul, even if it did cost us 9 heals. Whatever, we'll get that taken care of later. Yeah, I'm very happy about the amount of power slugs we have now. Because that's another 3, so that'll bring us up to 59, right? Am I doing that math right? I'm not doing that math right. I'm super not doing that math right. So this is 26 plus 15, so that's 41. No, yeah, so it is 56. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I did the math right. So we'll have 59, plus I think there's 3 more in one of the containers, so we'll have 62. Which means we need 1 more. We're off by 1. And there's 1 more. Perfect. All right. Now we can go back. I always need you. Oh, we've also got fucking 14 mushrooms as well. I think we can actually replace most of what we use to heal now. Because I'm pretty sure we have some more back at the one of the bases. And I'm pretty sure we have enough mycelia and everything. We have enough nut. Yeah, we have over 100 nut now. Plus all what's back at the base. We have a shit ton of berries. Like, I've been collecting berries non-stop lately. So, yeah, I think we're actually good. I think we have enough to do that. So, cool. At least there's that. So, I'm going to go head back. And we're going to cut this one for the day. We've done a good amount of exploring. I enjoy what we've done here. Yeah, fuck off. You're a pain in the ass in my other world, too. I enjoy how much we got done today. I'm gonna head back. I see that other purple. Fuck. I see that purple. It's right there. Shit. Should we go after the purple? No, we have enough. We'll leave it for later when we need more. It'll be a good excuse to do another one of these episodes where we just roam around and look at how pretty the game is. Because it's really fucking pretty. Yeah, we will, we'll be back next time with, shoot. What do we have next time? Oh yeah, finishing off the facility. Oh, there's another yellow up there too. Shit, okay. So there's a purple and a yellow up there, which means that's just floating. Which means we can at least save up that 7 more for later. Okay, so at least we know where those are. But yeah, next time we're gonna do the actual like building of the stuff. So I will see y'all later. Have a very nice night. I'm gonna go get some more stuff edited and try to get it up on Patreon. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, I do my best to post all of our videos at least a day early. I try to get a day early. Unless it's either time sensitive, like I was going to post the Yakuza video early, like without posting it to Patreon, but that was a giant disaster because that took... I didn't even talk about this point, so I'm going to now because I just remembered a point that I didn't get to talk about. So the main thing, my graphics card is hurting right now, and I don't know why because it worked fine before, but something in a Premiere update broke something, is my render times. They've gone from being a quarter of the length of the video to being like 2.5 times the length of the video. So the 2 hour 20-minute Yakuza video that we did was almost 6 hours to render it out. That's not normal. That was a very weird time. But lately I've noticed that they are getting longer. The render times are not as short as they once were. And I'm sure that's partially thanks to Adobe and... oh, fuck off. Also partially just because, you know, like, stuff progresses. And I know this is not ancient hardware by any means, but for the work that I'm doing with it, it was the low end of last generation now. So it's struggling. That's the other reason why I want to get a new video card, because boy, they're a lot faster now, huh? But from both sides, like both Nvidia and AMD, those cards are a lot faster. And that's the main thing that I want to get that for, is because I don't know about y'all, but not being able to use your computer for 6 hours. Yeah, did it. When you're rendering a video, because it's pinning your CPU and for some reason the GPU is not being used as much as it should. Still don't know what's up with that. It's not great, like, not being able to use your system for that long, because, like, it don't move. Like, I can try to do stuff and it will, and that's the other thing, like, I will try to render out a video and run out of VRAM. Oh, I bet you anything that it's errored too many times, because I'll try to render with the GPU, run out of VRAM while rendering because I'm watching a video on YouTube, and I bet you anything it's errored too many times and turned off GPU rendering. But yeah, when that's happening, when your only computer is unusable for long stretches of time because some of the hardware can't keep up, it's time to replace that hardware when it's for work purposes. But anyway, I'm gonna let this one go. Patreon.com/partyup. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you.